Lesson 8: Infusing Spirituality into Everyday Life. During a time of great loss of my own identity in one of my relationships, where I had just really thrown off so much of myself because it was questioned by my partner, because everything I wanted to do, I've been convinced was wrong when it came to my spirituality because it didn't align with her views. All of a sudden, we're having a problem now. So, to get myself out of this, I started incorporating just small practices into my daily routine, the little things that I knew were true to me no matter what. And it didn't matter what they meant to anybody else because they were truly my own. So I dropped so many of the outdated narratives about religion and dogma so that I could just connect without labels or the need to sign up for something like an organization with rules and specific language requirements attached to them. So, in other words, by letting go of what I assumed what spirituality was and what I cared about what anybody else thought about it or their opinions of whatever my authentic faith was, I no longer let my relationships, romantic or otherwise, change my own beliefs, especially if they insisted that my choices needed to make sense to them. Like it was my job to help them understand what my faith is. That understand word is a really sneaky trap that gets into ruining a lot of relationships. We'll talk about that another time. So, once I dropped all this, liberated me to explore my own spirituality on my own terms and to integrate them seamlessly into my daily life because I didn't have to tell anybody about them. I just did what I needed to do for me. So, with that being said, let's explore some techniques for integrating spiritual elements into your everyday spaces and maintaining your sacredness. Here we go. In this lesson, we're going to explore how to infuse spirituality in a natural way into your everyday life. Little by little, it's about the small changes that you can do now that eventually lead on to big differences. This will happen overnight, instantly. So remove any concepts of labels or ideas of what a big move is, what a drastic gesture is of your faith. Just start integrating small and again, focusing on the inward aspects of it, not the external aspects of whatever it is that you want to integrate into your life again. Now ask yourself this question so that you know where you're at or where you've come from, where you're going. Do you currently incorporate any kind of spirituality into your daily life? A lot of times when I get a brand new client as a prospect and I don't know much about them, I'll ask them some questions. And the third or fourth question is typically something around, what do you believe in? And I give them a menu. I say, what do you believe in? Do you believe in, and here's the menu. Do you believe in God with the big God, right? Big guy in the sky, and he decides everything over your life? Or do you believe in God, little g, creator of everything? Everything's already finished, creator of heaven and earth, but is truly a different viewpoint, like a expanded concept of what God is and who God is? Or do you believe in the universe and consciousness? And I give you the menu, and then you typically answer with somewhere between the lines of little g, God, and the universe, and open because you believe that love is really the only thing that truly exists. If that's you, that's probably why you're here. And those are the ones that work with me to transform the relationships and save marriages and all those kind of things I talk about all the time. My point is this: you want to know what your beliefs are spiritually. Do you believe that spirituality is over here in the corner and only when it's convenient? Do you believe the devil is the problem with everything in your life? And if anything negative goes on in your life, then therefore that person is influenced by the devil and that's the devil? Do you really personify doubt and fear with this entity? Or do you accept responsibility for anything and everything? You just are here because you want to learn some skills to integrate further, because you don't want to compartmentalize the 3D world with your spiritual world because you know they're supposed to be the same thing. That's probably who you are if you are here working with me. That's the point. We had to start small, and we will progressively get more and more intense as time goes by because you are more spirit and light and space and energy than mass itself. I love this chapter, love this lesson. So dig in. We're going to start discussing techniques for integrating spiritual elements into your daily life. Simple techniques can seamlessly integrate spirituality into your routine. This creates a constant source of peace and mindfulness. Digging into some of the advanced concepts I want to teach you in this lesson, let's talk about the mirror principle. So, here is a way you can integrate spirituality into your daily life by practicing various degrees of awareness to assumption to eventually where you're literally just trying to remind yourself that everything is a reflection of you. So, within the mirror principle, a fast way to make every part of your life spiritual is to take every single occurrence, situation, person you talk to, especially that lover of yours, that sacred relationship more than anybody else. Whenever there's a conflict, whenever you're truly feeling at peace and connected with this person, regardless of whatever relationship status you have, I want you to take this opportunity and through the mirror principle, just consider, what if this person and the way you perceive them and saw them in your reality was 100% exclusively and only an exact reflection of your internal dialogue, what you think about yourself, what you think about your place in the relationship. This is a very intense way to dramatically integrate spirituality into your daily life. This is why I created this course. I'm asking you to jump head first, feet first into the deep end. I already know this is a different lesson than all the other ones. We got through the basics. We want to establish sacred spaces so that we can understand that everything about your existence is sacred. Every lover that broke your heart, every person that stole from you, your mother, father, the person that hurt you and caused you drama and trauma in your life. Really understanding where your beliefs are and understanding the separation between you and them, meaning I'm me and you're you, for example, or are you at that paradox? Are you crossing over the edge to understanding that I know I'm talking to myself right now in this conversation, and as you're watching at home and listening, there's a cosmic link knowing that you are talking to yourself through me, through the lens, through the computer, through this program. I want you to understand wherever you're at on that spectrum, whether you're inside it or outside of it, or you think I'm crazy. This is a perfect moment to say, accept wherever you are on your journey. It's okay. My intention for this process is to say, using the mirror principle is actually very simple. So look at everything in your life from now on and try this out and just contemplate, what if this person in front of me was literally an exact replica of my thoughts, feelings, assumptions, and beliefs internally? And even if the reaction is that's BS, you're automatically starting to look at your life with a whole lot more spirituality in a way that's going to integrate into your life that doesn't require you to join a group or talk about it. So, mirror principle, try that today. With simple changes, you can infuse and make spirituality a part of your daily life. So, think about elements like the mirror principle and other things you can do, whatever you believe in already before you met me. What can you do to bring that into the right here and now and start acting from that place? Next, we're going to look at simple transformations that can help you elevate your everyday spaces. I love this topic. So, yeah, simple transformations. Yes. What have you heard already so far? Put some incense, candle, crystal, some kind of a special things that are important to you in your sacred spaces. Let's go even deeper. If we are trying to integrate spirituality into our daily life, then what does that mean? Whatever you believe in, there is some high level understanding of who you truly are as a person, an entity, an energy being, whether you're connected to Christ or not, whether you're into the Buddhism, Hinduism, different religions. There's some concept of who you truly are that goes beyond this physical meat suit that I'm pushing on my chest. So, a small way to look at simple transformations is just understanding that whatever it is that you believe in, start believing that's who you are when you walk in the room, right? You walk into your bedroom, you walk into the living room, walk into your office, walk into the kitchen where your family is making dinner. Understanding that how you show up matters more than what is going on around you, what someone else does to you. That is you walking with insert whatever higher power, your ultimate belief system. A lot of people would say the Christ consciousness. I like to say the I am, the state of Moses. I also have a Buddhist background. Definitely, I'll say that's me walking in with my Buddha nature, accepting everything, rejecting nothing, these beautiful concepts, right? That is a simple thing that transforms how I walk and talk and show up in the world, even in small moments. So look for ways to be simple, to make huge transformations in your life, integrating spirituality into it. What simple changes can you make to transform your environment, such as change the environment or how you show up in that environment? Really powerful. Consider what elements bring you peace, how you can incorporate them into your spaces. And in this example, we're talking about what parts of you may you normally be hiding before this course. What can you bring out in the light and show without any fear or concerns? Just be unapologetically you. Okay, so next we're going to transition and discuss how to maintain the sacredness of your transformed spaces. We'll see you soon. Maintaining the sacredness of your spaces requires consistent attention. Let me explain. When you regularly cleanse and set intentions of your space to ensure long-term benefits, this keeps the energy of your space clear and moving and aligned with your spiritual goals. Again, just want to pause here. I love that so many people I work with are in sales, have businesses, and they like to hustle. Don't be doing your goal setting as far as your hustle schedule and your appointment setting in your sacred space. No, please, let's separate that. I'm asking you to please make it spiritual in nature and then bring that into the rest of your world. We don't need the hustles of the world just bringing in more hustling into the sacred spaces. That's the exact opposite of what I want you to do. So keep it clean, set intentions, focus on the long run, keep the energy moving, aligned with your spiritual goals. Use sage, incense, cleanse your space, right? You can look up Reiki symbols and do kinds of things with your hands, cleansing, blowing on things with incense, or just actually clean them on a regular basis. Whatever you feel comfortable with within your rituals that you can do on a regular basis. Keep your space clean and free of clutter. This always helps maintain the sacredness. Why? Because the act of cleaning is a time that I am giving something special attention. I'm loving on it like I'm loving on myself when I take care of myself, right? Don't just set it and forget it. Make first, second, third, fourth draft, have sacred spaces all over your home and within inside of you, and constantly renew and refresh all of these centers of energy and sacredness. It's important. Now, how do you plan to maintain the sacredness of your spaces? Think about routines and rituals that you can establish to keep your space aligned with your intentions. Now, before we move on to empowering your personal growth in lesson number 9, let's talk about some homework, shall we? I want you to select simple spiritual practices to incorporate into your daily routine, such as the mirror principle one I recommended, lighting candles, lighting sage. Do something that is in line with your beliefs. I mentioned the mirror principle. It's a big aspect of what I'm teaching. Also, you can look up many other principles of the laws of the universe. Find what works for you, but keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. I want you to observe how things change and impact your sense of spirituality and connection, and then journal about every new awareness. Go 10x with very little amount of work. What simple spiritual practice can you start incorporating into your everyday spaces to enhance your life? Do not allow yourself to pass go and use any I don't knows. We want to be really doubling down, integrating on every piece of information. If you have questions, reach out to me. Do not move forward until you understand this, because after this course is done and a couple more lessons, everything else builds much, much, much faster because this foundation is assumed moving forward. So what simple spiritual practice can you start incorporating into your everyday spaces to enhance your life? We will see you in the next lesson.